The Black Stars have done it. They have qualified for the round of 32 of the FIFA World Cup. Before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and leave a comment on the Black Stars performance. Who for you was the best performer in that game? I'd like to know. So share that with me. Look, yesterday was great. If you look at the needs of the game and the way they set up, credit to Carlos Queiroz. Brilliant setup, brilliantly coached game plan, and the execution was even better. He appeared to have prepared for every phase of the game. He had accounted for every player and their skill sets and what was required to stop them. And he picked the right squad to execute that game plan. And when he needed to make changes, he got it spot on. It was brilliant from Carlos Queiroz and a reminder of what he's capable of doing. I love it. I love the fact that he has restored the pride. He has defended our honor and defended Ghana's record of not conceding a defeat or not losing a game in match day 2 of the FIFA World Cup. But apart from the coach, there are a few players who also, I think, deserve credit. I spoke about Benjamin Asare in the other video. And so you can check that out for me and let me know your thoughts on that as well. But the first point of call is Marvin Sanaya. That is how you take an opportunity and you nail it. That is how you show to the world that you are the best in the business. I thought he was excellent in that game. Won most of his 1v1s against Anthony Gordon, who's not a shabby winger. He's one of the best in the world at what he does. But he got it spot on. And that was the product of preparation, because he had said at the time, I think after the match, he had said that he watched tons of videos of Anthony Gordon to prepare for this game. And so there's a lesson there for you, that you prepare for whatever battle that you're going into. And it was excellent. The timing of his interceptions, the clearances, and even his starting position, because he always seemed to be close enough to Anthony Gordon to take away any possibility of Anthony Gordon taking 2 or 3 touches to the byline and just making the ball past him. Gideon Mensah as well is another player that I think leaves this one as a winner. Because of the timing of this performance and also the opposition. Opposition hates England. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And so he needed a performance that would remind Ghanaians that he is among the best in the world, because people seem to be very dismissive about him and what he does in the French league with Auxerre. Maybe now that he's done it against an opponent as great as England, people would rate him. But also the timing of it. Baba Rahman just got reintegrated into the national team, so there's competition. And he needed to prove that he's still the number 1 and Ghana's best left back. And I love that he delivered that for the Black Stars of Ghana. He did not put a foot wrong, cut out every supply on the left side. Eventually, Madueke had to be sent to the right side. And when Saka came on, he still kept his own and then put in a brilliant performance. The other for me was Kwesi Sibo. A lot of you tend to criticize him. And I think that performance is the reason we need to learn to judge players based on what they are good at and what the team requires them to do, rather than our idea of what they have to be. So when the Ghanaian thinks about the classic holding midfielder, it has to be someone who's a bit like Anthony and can do the dirty work, but also technically very sound, can hold on to possession, press resistant, pass the ball in tight spaces, and do all of the things that your Spanish midfielder can do. Because Sibo is different. Sibo's asset is in being someone who's able to sniff danger and cut it out, cover a lot of ground. He's tidy in possession, can find his teammates when he has to, or when he has the ball, and so his distribution is fairly okay. But people focus too much on the fact that he's not Thomas Partey. He doesn't need to be Thomas Partey. And yesterday, because of who he is, we were able to win that point against England. And for me, it was a brilliant performance from him. The other for me also was Thomas Partey. He was the leader. He kept communicating. And Daniel Cranton was on Joy Prime earlier today. He was inside the stadium and he was talking about how Benjamin Asare, Thomas Partey, and Jordan Ayew were the coaches on the pitch who at all times were communicating to their teammates to ensure that they stayed with the plan and not get too excited to follow an opponent away from your designated area that you're supposed to protect, because the ball ultimately will come to that zone. And so I love that you have a leader like him. Final thing I'm going to say about Thomas Partey is this. This is the best way to use him. Play him in a midfield 3. When you do that, you are prolonging his national team career, because his legs are gone. Partey will never be the Partey of 4 years ago. but the intelligence is still there. He can still control a game. He can still put in a decent defensive shift if you don't overwork him and if you don't ask him to mark big spaces. Be sensible about how you use Thomas Partey, and you get a lot from him. So yeah, those were my everyone was excellent. Yeah, everyone was excellent. Those were not the best performers. Every member of the Black Stars team was excellent yesterday. But those three, or the players that I've mentioned, are the ones that I think we need to highlight because of the unique nature of their stories. I don't know which players won your admiration. Who was your man of the match? Please share that with me in the comment section. But please hit the subscribe button and put this on notification. Thank you for watching.